we constantly, and we do it to ourselves too. Like I'll speak to me and my personal experience, for
Hmm.
example. Like there are so many things that I want to accomplish. And I
Hmm.
know those things that I want to accomplish are hard. And I know
Hmm.
those things that I want to accomplish are going to take time and investment. For instance, my career, that's something that I'm working on right now. And I know that is taking time, that is taking effort, that is taking investment. And bro, when I tell you I am tired,
Hmm. Hmm.
I am
Yeah.
exhausted
Yeah.
constantly, but
Yeah.
I know what I'm working towards. And for me, that means
And I just want to add to
I'm
that: the more you work on it, and the more you get accomplished, the higher your value becomes.
exactly like
Yeah.
and and that's the other thing is like we try and look externally for all this quote unquote high value in terms of like, oh, I need to have $1 million, or I need to have the nicest car, or I need to have yada 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 yada.
And that's where it goes to. That's where it comes to women. Is like men are like, I gotta have the best looking woman out there, but they're failing to understand
But
their standards of the basic core values of what they need to see to marry this woman.
But
And
that goes back to what Steve was saying in
yep,
terms of our lines get blurred. It's like,
yes,
yo,
yes,
the $1 million isn't what you need to have. The
yes,
the nicest car isn't what you need to have. The
yes.
quote unquote baddest woman isn't what you need to have. It's what you need. This is a little esoteric, quote unquote, but
Mhm.
your core will tell you what you need. Your foundation will tell you what you need. The other stuff is extra. The other stuff is a
Mhm.
bonus.
Yep.
Like, truth be told, if I wanted to stop here in my career, financially speaking, I'm okay. But for my core, I know there's more that I need to do.
Mhm.
And it's not about more that I want, it's more that I need to do. And I know that's arbitrary, and but that comes from inside me. That's not something somebody told me, because there are people every day who work a 9 to 5 and are happy.
Mhm.
But to me, I want success. And to me, success, and it was recently defined to me in perfect words, is striving towards a goal consistently, and what's dedicating myself to a goal consistently, and seeing the results, seeing the fruits of my labor, basically.
Yeah.
Now, my goal may be different than somebody else's, but I know what that looks like for me. And it might look crazy to somebody else. It might look
Mhm.
crazy to another person, but that's what it is for me.
And the
And
most
in the
important.
same
Go
thing,
ahead. Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
and in that same vein, this isn't me saying that if your goal is, oh, I need the baddest wife, or whatever the case. If that's your goal, by all means, that's your goal. It's not mine.
So
you
this is the
know
thing, and I'll make this kind of my last point is that when you talk about goals for yourself, it's important for us as men to not expect to accomplish our goals through someone else,
exactly.
right? And we I kind of talked about that yesterday on Shatoria's podcast. We talked about that. It's like expectations, right? The
Hmm.
goals you have for yourself are for you, right? And
Hmm.
there's too many times, too many instances where we as men, we're like, well, I'm not going to do this until I do this, right? Which means, well, I can't get here until I meet a woman that can get me there. And that's the mistake, right?
Yeah, and it's not about, and this is and this goes back to the original conversation, where it's like, look, there are certain things that I know, like I said, I know I want out of my life.
Hmm.
And I recognize that no woman is going to give me those things.
Yep.
A woman may support me in achieving those
She
things,
just
but
compliments them.
ultimately
Yeah.
achieving those things is my prerogative.
Yep.
It's down to my hard work, my hustle, my grind.
Yep.
But that also means if someone comes into my life, and this is man, woman, child, whoever, and they do not add to my success, they do not add to my grind, they do not add to me becoming the the ultimate version of me that I see myself as,
The value. Yep. Yep.
then what am I doing pursuing that? Now, if there are some people who can, who can set some stuff, who can compartmentalize and say like, oh, this is just a bit of fun while I do this other thing over here. There are certain people who can do that. I know I'm not one of those people. So I'm not going to turn around and try and pretend like I am and get myself into a situation that takes me off of my center, that takes me off of my path.
Yep. Well, guys, really appreciate, man. This was a conversation. Probably, I hope we helped a lot of men and helped a lot of people out there listening to us. Love to hear you guys' feedback. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the page. Check us out. Comment down in there. Um, really appreciate it. Philosophical. I'm out.
J
Peace.
Echo, take it easy.